Hey, hi. Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to the Goat Force Gaming channel where we play the roguelikes and the roguelites every single time. Folks, it is tremendous to be back out here with all of you again, taking a continued look at Lost in Random, the Eternal Die. This is an awesome action roguelite. You know, we covered it when the demo was out, and we took a look at the release version the other day. I want to thank the devs for allowing us to see this early. This is going to release on June 17th, and I got to tell you, it's been a ball so far. A lot of you enjoyed seeing the run that we had previously, and said, hey, you know, Goat, if you want to do another run and maybe take a look at one of the other weapons, that might be fun. So I thought, hey, that might be fun indeed. Let's take a look at this bow and arrow. And I'll show you, because I did open up some of the meta progression just so that we can see it, well, a little bit more powerful, right? So let's take a look at what we got going on here. This is actually going to shoot out a ghast that inflicts weak when we charge it up, and I have sped it up. It's going to be a little bit more precise in chasing after the enemies, and we've increased the duration. I think it's going to be awesome. All right, let's see what we get here in terms of cards. Hurls a devastating spear that inflicts time stop. That sounds nice. To be totally honest, I have not done a whole heck of a lot with time stops, so that will be interesting to see that in use this time. So we've got the normal shot, which is actually pretty powerful, and then we've got the charged shot with the ghost that's going to go out there and eat them up. Wow. In fact, that actually lasts very long. They're not kidding. Wow. Okay. Well, that makes me quite happy. All right. Some of you commented on my color choices, you know, the way I set things up. And I'll say that not all of you were impressed with some of the choices, but, you know, they were the choices I made and the choices I stick with. So that said, let's make some choices here. Forberg Dreidel. Defeating a foe conjures a gust, 10 weapon damage, and increases all critical chance for 4 seconds. That sounds lovely. So let's go with that. And the gusts are interesting. I've actually had this before. It's going to shoot out a little bit of a, well, we'll call it a mini tornado of sorts. Let's see this thing in action here. Ooh, I like that too. So that's the gust that we're talking about. See, it kind of bounces around until it finds a nice target. And I'm just thinking, since our crit chances go up, we might want to look for opportunities that would trigger based on crit hits as well. Okay, I think I would like to go with the reds so that we can continue to build upon weapon damage, as we're using it frequently, including the charged blast. I like that that can potentially hit other enemies as well.
We're unstoppable.
Okay, max health or coins? I'm gonna go max health. I think that'll pay dividends. Ooh. Oh. All right. You're taking the hits in this arena. Wow, maybe let's get out of the way of that. I'll tell you, even with all the powers and the meta progression and everything, The game's tough. It does throw a nice challenge. You know, I have been building up the weapons a little bit, so I'm going to switch back to Pip Dust. Like I said, I wanted to put some points into the bow weapon to try and influence my success in this run. Okay. Still keeping a lookout for the dicelings that we're trying to collect along the way. Speaking of, some of them like to hide under the caravan. Well, we definitely want to do this. Okay. You know, we've been able to clean up in the past, so we want low numbers. Like that. Alright, we're off to a great start here. Okay, so I think we're gonna put that right there. That'll be good for us. Low number. Oh! Well, not great. Oh, two's good. But I don't know that we need magical dye at this point, you know? Usually what you do with this is paint one of the tools that doesn't have a color, you know, so if we had busted the green and the red at this point, we could paint it in case we wanted to, you know, start another row. So I'm actually gonna just take the do-re-mi this time. Okay, we will gladly take that, especially after that last room. And that's where things are going to end for us. But that was pretty good. That was pretty good overall. I don't mind that at all. We need to add something to the charged primary attack. You know, maybe throw poison onto it or something. Whoa. Still feels great to throw fortune every single time. Alright, what do we think? Pip? Yeah, I think so. Alright. Let's see if we can get a warp in. Perfect. We'll cruise on over to here. Is this just a trap room? No. I love that that can hit multiple enemies. And as long as these guys are lined up like this, let's just go to town with the ghast. Might as well, right? Okay. All right. So, we are definitely going to go with this. And now we've just got full greens to match, which is great too. All right, let's break that. So far, this is going well. This is a very dangerous room. Lots of projectiles are happening. Oh, man. Okay. So, no choice that time, but that's all right.
Mind your feet, Fortune.
Okay, so this is just a trap room at this point. This one actually doesn't look too bad. Perfect. If I can get away with an easy room, you know, I'm good with it. All right, color match to boost cards or color match to boost dice. I don't know that we're going to be throwing fortune a whole lot with this run. You know, given that we've got a projectile-based weapon, I think we'll probably hold fortune for the most part, unless there's edge cases, you know. There are benefits that you can come across to holding fortune, where, you know, you'll occasionally fire off projectiles and things of that nature. Let's get fortune out there. Oh. This is where these distance shots come into play. Helps even more when you hit the target. All right. Come on, something good. All right. Critical hits inflict poison. Holy smokes. Letting time stop expire from a foe inflicts weak. Dice throw attacks spawn one seeking icicle, which apply chill. This seems like the way to go. Plus, we're going to get some luck as well. And we can still go orange in that direction. Yeah, this is good because the gust is going to be created and we increase our crit chance. So that goes hand in hand with that. Very nice. Very nice. All right.
The bargain of a lifetime.
Oh, well. Too bad we can't afford it, because that's what I really want. Now let's see what Manny Checks has to say.
This version of the old castle isn't much to write home about. What a ready knockoff.
You visited the castle where I grew up? Back in Sixtopia? When?
Oh, long before a little thing like you started rolling die. Had a standing invitation too. Royal stamp of approval and all. That's what offering the best wares around will buy you. Nothing like this cheap imitation.
I'll tell you what. Okay. One of these days I'm hoping Manny thanks us for, you know, spending the time and taking a minute to have a nice little chat. Maybe just slashes the prices, you know? Wouldn't that be nice? I know, wish in one hand and do the other thing in the other, right? Yeah. I know. All right, we're not ready to leave just yet. Let's head up here. All right, well, we definitely applied poison to that guy. Oof. All right, so we got plus 30% health or coins, and oh, did that just put us back in contention? I think it did. So we're gonna go visit one more room, because I can't remember if it was 125 or 100 or 150. Okay. So there is a new NPC that has joined us in town. Let's see here. Echoes a desperate cry that knocks back foes and inflicts stun. I'm gonna stick with what I've got. Ooh, look at this.
Come here.
Yeah, we saw you. We saw you. All right, so now we're gonna go here. Oh, it's 150. No. No. Surely we can find some baubles that we haven't broken just yet. I mean, come on, don't you think? There's got to be something laying around that I missed. You know, like a room we haven't been to yet. Oh. Interesting. Sixer fortune. I like the look of that. Alright, do you have any breakables in here? That is our big question at the moment. No? Okay, well, I do think this is going to be worth doing, so let's do that. And... Okay, so we'll do this. Ooh, I see a dice sling. Alright, that was worth coming up there for. Okay, would you believe that I checked every room and could not find anything else to break that provided the requisite number of coins? So instead, I bought the... Yeah, see, we can't go back from there. I saw all these and thought, oh no, but we can't go back. So I bought the max HP increase, and then I paid for some pips as well to help with the meta progression. So there's still plenty of stuff to open up.
Intruders, halt! I'm not an intruder. I am Duke Dublé.
Take a sip of water here. Cheers to all of you.
Oh, idiot! It's that good-for-nothing Aleksandra again. The twin without manners.
Team ice water tonight. It's a little bit late in the day for coffee, but I hope you have something fancier in your cup than I do.
That's an outrageous claim. I have the highest of manners. But yes, Aleksandra, a living menace, that one. Time to put an end to this nonsense.
Well, we'll see about that. See how this plays with the bow. Helps when you hit them. All right. Ooh. I like that the other one sits in that penalty box over there.
Exchange positions right away.
Yes, madam. Oof, all right. You know, I've never been good at dodging the AoEs that pop out in that circular form. I've never been good at that. And I doubt I'm the only one that struggles with those. How about you? Do you have a nemesis form of damage that you struggle with? I'm sure we all have our struggles, right? That one is definitely mine. And it shows up in a lot of rogues. And you're thinking, well, if that's the case, and you've had all this practice, then what gives, man? I know, it's a fair question. You know what, we need to just take one of them out first, I think. Alright, you're gonna go hyper mode. Oh, man. Cheesy, crazy. Alright, one down. And now we can focus up a little bit more. Oop. Oh, wow. Okay. That's all right. That's why we got the revives.
Be gone, leeches.
That can be a tough battle sometimes. Okay. Weapon hits instantly defeat regular foes with 20% or less health. That's interesting. Increases the maximum stacks of poison that can be applied to foes by 3. Increases the critical damage of weapon attacks by 25%. Wow. Okay. Well, I am drawn to this one. Increases the max stacks of poison. I don't know about that one. I don't know that we're doing a ton of poison. Okay. I'm thinking we go with this. And I am leaning... What way am I leaning here? You know, because we could put another red here as a kind of a holding place. Then again, this could work for now. All right, we'll pop that there. And I think that'll work. All right. I like that they reward you with this stuff. It's a nice shot in the arm for all the meta upgrades. Okay. Off to the next zone.
These memories you hid well.
Just looking for dicelings. Swing and a miss. Nice to see that we're getting some evasion popping off as well. All right, perfect. So let's see what we got here. Increase all damage dealt to shielded foes by 40%. I don't hate that. Completing an encounter increases max health by 1. Letting poison expire from a foe conjures multiple poison needles. Oh man, I like that. Do like that. So if we can figure out a way to do even more poison, that would be nice. And what I'm thinking is we apply some, you know, pink purpley paint over here. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, that's what we're going to do. That's the plan. technically the attack applies poison at times, like it did there, actually. As long as we can get some crits. And if there's a way to influence the amount of crits that we do, then, you know, that could work out even better for us. Perfect. Where's the last guy? Oh. Didn't see that guy there. Okay, so I'm thinking we go cash.
Finders keepers.
Indeed. That plant is giving him health back. Who else is left? You? All right. Well. I mean, this is always going to pay off big time. Because we're increasing the damage of the weapon. So, let's do that. Snap Judgment, right? Alright, perfect. Yeah, get him again. Get him a second time. Looked like it was about to go that way. Maybe if I pay for that buff again to make the precision just a little bit much better. Alright, one more.
Someone lost these ones.
Oh, perfect. Okay, that works out real well. So our shots just got even better. Nice. I'll tell you, those guys can be really tough to dodge. I mean, they really do a good job of seeking you out. Just launch that thing. All right. What I like about these rogues is you're always making progress. Grabbing pip dust, grabbing that red resource. Okay, I don't think that's going to be worth it for us. So let's keep on keeping on here. Wow. Ooh, there's a bunch of these guys. Fell right into that one. Okay, well, it wasn't pretty, but we made it through. Let's see, so I think this is fairly obvious. We'll go ahead with a purple right here. And that's going to help with conjurations. Okay. So we've got 140, which is decent. Oh, this could be quite nice. Let's do it. Ooh, real nice start. Okay. Still a low number. I still look. Oh, boy. Okay.
That's better.
About a 2. Or not.
Enjoy your winnings, Dice Wielder.
Okay, well, you know, I don't know that RNG did us too many favors, but we got a decent chunk of life back, which is good. Now, let's not get stuck in the muck there.
Your move, Queen.
Oh, jeez. All right. All right. We need to get rid of that flower. Outstanding.
Next, please.
That was a good room. Okay, so max health or dollars? I'm going max health this time. Do we have any dicelings hanging out? No? Not seeing them. Okay. That's alright. Always got to take a quick look. Yeah, drop your nastiness. That's just fine. You know, that conjuration increase that we just got recently does help out with those gusts. Jeez. Couldn't apply the time stop soon enough on that guy. All right. Let's see. You know, if we're gonna play again, I would like to use the spear weapon next time. It's got some lightning capabilities you can throw on it that look interesting. Oh, I think we have to do this. Defeating a poisoned foe increases the damage for the next dice throw attack by 30%. Charged weapon hits inflict poison. Well, now you're talking. Now you're talking. So that's a red and a purple, which, you know, I like. I like that because I wouldn't mind getting another boost to weapon damage with as much as we use it. All right. I'm thinking, What am I thinking? I think we situate this here for now. And that still gives us an opportunity to knock out the oranges, is what I'm thinking, right? Okay. So we are using the cards a fair bit, so I think that's still worth trying to see through. Wonderful. Alright, you're going to see me using the charged primary attack a lot more frequently, I think. Dice throw attacks spawn one seeking icicle, which apply chill. Increases all damage dealt to shielded foes by 40%. Critical hits apply weak. Oh, wow. That is tempting. I mean, we're doing more crits more often. Increases all damage dealt. I like this one too. But the orange is not going in the right direction, and that's for sure. We're barely throwing fortune, which I don't love, but that's just kind of what we're doing. So I think this is going to be the best choice. And unfortunately, again, these colors are just not flowing the way I want them to flow. But I think it's going here. That's what I think. Right? Yeah. Yep. I know. It doesn't look... You know, because we're going to need some paint. Right? We're going to need to get rid of the oranges. And then we're going to need some paint. I know, there's some things that need to happen. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Here, let's take a sip. All right? If you're having a good time out there and you're not too frustrated with the goat's choices, hit that like button. It'll help more people see the video and learn about the game.
Sharp eyes, sharp
This is coming out. Whoa, ho, ho. That is not a great spot to get stuck. So we're going to maybe go like this and do one of those. And then we're going to... Oh, that wasn't the plan. But I guess it panned out ultimately, right? Alright, defeating a poison foe increases damage for the next dice throw. Critical hits conjure a bouncing gust. Oh, I mean, I'm just going to make a mess of things. Inflicting weak also deals 15 conjuration. Oh, man. Okay, hold on. I want to see what we're doing here. Critical hits apply weak. Oh, folks, they're really trying to pull on our heartstrings here, aren't they? I mean... This is what we need. This is definitely what we need, but this is just going to make me make a mess of things again. I think. So, yeah. Yeah, I think it's got to be over there for right now. I think so. Yep. Yep. I know. It's probably not what you would do, right? And you're saying, goat, we wouldn't have done any of those things. What are you talking about? How did we get here, right? I know. Let's see what we got here. Orb of Voids spawns a creeping orb that explodes and inflicts weak. Now hold on a second here. Hold on. Let's look back at what just happened. Inflicting weak also deals 15 conjuration damage. Okay. All right. Well, I think that's what we're going to do. I think so. Yeah, let's play some cards and let's pick up some dicelings. Because there's no hiding from the gaze of the goat. That's not true. That's not true. They hide quite a bit. In fact, one of you commented and said, "Oh, goat, it was right there." I was trying to yell through the television and tell you. Look, keep trying. I mean, you know, who knows? Who knows, right? Oh, hey, look at that. Look at that. All right, so this is our exit point. That's going to take us to a boss. How much do-re-mi do we have? 37, which is not going to be enough for anything super nice. So we're going to go for it. Let's see how we do out here. Hey, we're still in the fight. We got 2 revives. I'm feeling okay about it. Ever start a morning like that?
If there was any other way, Fortune.
All right. Okay, let's back up a little bit. Oh my. Oh jeez, all right. Hey, we got it that time. How about it? All right, I think he's gonna call some friends up. I'm so glad those poison blasts bounce. Dang it. Dashed the wrong way. It's a tough boss.
Death save.
Okay. I was in a bad spot. Ooh. Swing and a miss with that card. And that's a shame because that one takes a while to recharge. Alright, we got some buddies out here. I almost wonder if there's an advantage to having enemies out there while fighting him. You know, because they're sending out the poison blasts at the same time. Oh, we got it off that time. Oh, that's gonna be the thing that does it. It's so appropriate. It really is. All right, so let's see how we did here overall in terms of being able to open up some new goodies for next time. Okay. You know, sometimes if they've got the exclamation mark on them, it means that you've brought back something for them.
It shows me nothing.
Nothing? I fought, died, and fell into a pile of junk for nothing?
Oh no.
I see nothingness, because such was the world before the eternal die appeared in the sky. Then The eternal die crashed into the world. It rolled a 4, cracked one face wide open, and...
The eternal die? Was it a weapon like fortune? What came out of it? Hello? Ugh, not again.
Alright, so we got a chunk of cinder for the effort. I don't mind that at all.
I remember. The 4 children of chaos emerged from the eternal die and invited everyone. People poured inside, enjoying true chaos, eternal dice games, and epic challenges. They left enlightened, bringing riches, stories, and random rules into their dull world. It slowly evolved into random.
Fascinating story. Can we skip to the clues to destroying Mare once and for all?
Now that's the queen I remember. The one who finds answers in death and destruction.
What do you possibly know about losing a sibling? Help me avenge Natalia, or stop wasting my time.
Nice. Okay, let's just take a look over on yonder. Doesn't look like there's anything going on here. Now, we did get some dicelings. Ooh, okay.
I've encountered my dear sister Ema, I believe.
Yes. She has a more physical approach than you.
Sounds like my sister. Because of Mare's corruption, I assume she is quite confused. Poor thing.
You're not wrong.
That's one way to put it.
I need to know how far the corruption has gone. Ask Ema of home. Our real home. Not that nightmare version of our wonderful forest.
Alright, let's see what's going on over here.
She's a dice smuggler, and we should keep smuggling dicelings out from Mare's dark games?
You never did that.
I'm a vital part of the resistance? No, dice-sistance?
That dice-sistance, how about that?
Of course, if you say so.
Chunks of misery, fear, and misfortune. Outstanding. So this dude showed up because we have, we've brought back a requisite number of dicelings. See them everywhere? Isn't that nice? I really appreciate that. Okay.
Dice wielder.
So with the 140, I think what I'd like to do is boost this. So there are some interesting components that you can throw onto here, but this really caught my attention. So the last hit of the combo attack gains a chance to emit lightning, increase the chance to emit lightning, and then this adds an extra bounce to all lightning. So if we could find other ways to cause lightning, that would be interesting as well, because it would benefit.
Take a bow, Mayor.
Doesn't that look nice? I mean, I think we could get pretty nasty with this. Oh, we brought back a decent amount too. So, carry fortune to increase the chance to evade. I think this would be worth putting another point into. Dashing temporarily increases the chance to evade all incoming damage. So 20%. Yeah, I think so. All right. Folks,
You'll be back soon.
let me know in the comments if you would like to see more Lost in Random, the Eternal Die. Again, this is going to be releasing June 17th, and we have been given very early opportunity to see it in action. I will include a link to the Steam page in the video description per usual. And I'll tell you what, have a great rest of your day. And we'll see you next time out there when we get together again to play a roguelike or a roguelite, because, well, that's what we do every time out here, because they're the best, and you're also the best. Really appreciate all the support lately, and we'll see you next time out there. Goodbye.